Hi team, welcome to episode 6 of the Clean Sweep. Today we're short staffed, James is away, so I'm jumping on the drainage van and the cleaning job. First stop we've got is down in Margate. We've got 2 rainwater lines that we need to clear for a customer after they've got repeated flooding, and then we're going to head over to a decontamination clean for an ongoing client of ours that we do regular maintenance for. So let's jump in the van and get the day started. So we've arrived at our first visit today, a drainage job that we've got to look at. We've got 2 rainwater gullies that have been blocked for a considerable amount of time. So we're going to get some kit out of the van, we're going to clear them out, and then we're going to put a camera down there to make sure there's no obstructions in the line. So let's get the kit out of the van and go and unblock it for these guys. Paint on there, isn't it? It's like paint. This, and we'll put a bigger head on it, give us a little bit more pressure. Starting to slowly come through in the manhole up there. Maintenance, see? Proactive maintenance is the way forward. Drains come in 2 sizes generally, most common. 110mm, 4-inch, 150mm, 6-inch. Make sure that's tight. Don't want to lose no heads down there. Say big whoosh. Yeah. Rainwater drainage. Get this up. Run the jet rover, run some water through the lines. I think it's just a general build-up of leaves and a lack of maintenance. So we've cleared these 2 out now. 2 rainwater lines. One seems to be flowing freely now, just had a build-up of leaves, etc. We've just got one more which seems a little bit more problematic. So what we'll do, we'll put a camera down there and see if we can see any issues. Well, they're definitely getting some flow. So we've just put the camera down the main line. The water is flowing through, but there seems to be some roots in the main line itself, which we may well have pushed through when we were plunging the 2 rainwater. So what we're going to do now, we'll get the jetting head on it, goes for backwards facing jets, pushes the jetter up the line, and then that will bring any obstruction back down to us. But looking like we've cracked it. So we'll just give the line a good clear out and everything should be free flowing. Free brick. We'll use that to build something later. So we jetted the main line out, loads of leaves, a brick, well, a quarter of a brick, come down, and that would be what the obstruction is. So now we're just going to put some water through both the lines. We'll recommend the cover goes on the first one, and then the job should be good to go. They should have no further problems for a while, unless they leave it unmaintained. And that's it. Now we're going to head over to the cleaning side of things, and we're going to head over to a care home that we do some decontamination cleaning on a regular basis over in Canterbury. First, we'll go and get that cover, and then we'll head over to Canterbury. So, let's go. Drain cover stops shit getting in your drains. That's what they're there for. So if one of these are missing, £4 from Travis Perkins or any other Home Depot place, go and buy one and make sure it covers your drains, otherwise you have an expensive bill when I come out and have to clear it. So let's go put it on. This is the real like technician stuff here. There we go. Done. So we've just got back down to HQ. During our travels back from Margate, we were going to pop over to Canterbury. I've had a long-term client of ours call us. They've got an issue local to us with a fast food restaurant where its drains are overflowing. We've been to this particular site before, and it is usually due to a build-up of grease from the takeaway. So we're going to jump in a tanker, head down there, see if we can see what the problem is, take a load out, and then we'll go and empty that at the Southern Water site that's just up the road, give them a bit of capacity, and then we'll have to call the local water board out. As usually, from experience, we've been there a couple of times, the issue is a build-up of fat, but it's actually off the boundary of the client's property. So we're going to jump in a tanker, go and empty a load, do a bit of investigation, and then we'll head down to Canterbury as planned. So let's jump in the tanker and get down there. So we've just arrived on site. We've been to this particular site before. It's a small retail park. It's got a couple of well-known takeaway brands on it, and unfortunately, although these places should have grease traps, they don't always work, or they're not maintained. Seems to be a theme for today. So this is leaking, as you can see, and the water is affecting a property down there. However, whenever we've investigated this before, that fence down the bottom, the blockage is always past that boundary. And if it is, then it is the local water board's problem, not ours. So we're just going to check all the manholes, see what we can do. We'll take a couple of loads out with a tanker, see if we can ease the water flow, and then we'll go from there and make a recommendation. See all this white stuff that's around the edge here, that's grease. This is not as bad as it has been before, to be honest. Don't smell, does it? No?
Not yet.
This one's blocked, and that's foul, waste. And it looks like it's been blocked for a while because we can see all the flies, etc. on top of it. So it's going to be a grim one and not a quick fix, unfortunately. That's what we call porridge, Adam. Alright, stop leaking, but say over time, where the guys are still using the thing, it will fill up again until something's sorted. But we'll go and empty this, probably come back and do another load, and then we'll go over to Canada. So we're back at HQ. We're just going to have a quick wash up because we're going to do a cleaning job. I don't want to go there after just playing around in grease and fat. So I'll have a wash up, have a change, and then we're going to go back in, get down to Canterbury and do the last job of the day, which is actually a decontamination thing. So let's get stuffed and get going. Because we're going into a care home or a care setting, we have to do a lateral flow test. So stick this up my nose, I guess. Oh god, good times. Easy work out of. So guys, we've managed to get over to Canterbury eventually. A quick change of clothing. We're at one of our care home providers. They provide assisted living for people with disabilities. We do regular decontamination cleaning for a number of sites across Kent, London and the South East, this being one. So we're going to get the fogging machine set up and give this plane a good fog clean and just make sure it's nice and safe, because COVID is still about, especially for vulnerable people. So we're going to get set up now, get it nice and clean and let these guys get back in. So as you can see, the machine is starting to heat up. It's currently around 33 degrees. It goes up to 50 for full capacity. As you can see, it's starting to foam up, and what that does, it effectively, like heat, rises to the top and then it settles down, but obviously where it's so fine in terms of microns, it gets into every nook and cranny and makes sure it's nice and sanitised for everybody. So we'll shut the door in this one, let this fill up, and then we'll move this machine around every room, every area, and make sure it's all nice and clean for the guys. We've overdone it. We've overdone it in this one. Got to see. Let's get this out of here. So that concludes today's episode, guys. A mix of both businesses, both JCD Cleaning and Grey Water Drainage. So we've been clearing drains and keeping vulnerable residents nice and safe. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Check out all our other social channels, and I'll see you guys in next week's episode. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for checking in. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you want to see more cleaning, business and behind the scenes at JCD Cleaning, then make sure you hit the subscribe button here. Likewise, if you want to watch a video that you may not have seen, you can do so here. Also, if you want to follow along on our other social platforms, you can find the links to that in the description below. Thanks for checking in again, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.